Hello, everybody. How are you? We are here.
Hello, hello.
How is everybody tonight? I'm doing well. I told Brandy I was crocheting away. I was crocheting, watching a video. I was watching Maritza, and I was like, oh, I thought I better check the time. I mean, I knew I had about a half an hour when I sat down, and I was like, well, I better check the time. It's been a minute. I was like, oh, I gotta go.
I was beginning to wonder. I was like sitting there going,
Where is she?
let me come in.
Where
Hello.
is she? I know, right? Yeah, I've been busy today. Dale was gone most of the day doing stuff, and I have, oh gosh, what all have I done? I've done so much. I've recorded videos. I have crocheted. I just done all, I've been busy all day. Did my whip and chat, edited, uploaded, got videos ready. I just been busy. Anyhow,
I've just been working.
I know, right? Well, mine's kind of work too, but different kind of work.
Yeah, well, we have the first set of testing tomorrow and Thursday, so
Beginning of the school year testing, see where everybody's at.
I'm not. Yeah,
I
So
know.
tomorrow I'm not getting a planning period. So
Oh, well, there you go. All right, who's here? Lynn's here, Karen, Marion, and Sherry, and Gail. Hi, and Brenda. There's Brenda. Hey, Brenda. Hope everybody's doing well. It's a beautiful day here. So I was in the house most of the day today, right? I did go out on the porch, out on the deck, and I ate a bowl of cereal with Dale this morning. We had cereal together. That was exciting. And then he pretty much took off after that and went, and he's been busy all day long doing stuff. So after I got done doing all of this filming and things inside my house that I had to do, I just wanted to go sit outside on the couch because it's nice in the sun and crochet for a while. Except the sun is over that way now. So the deck is in shade and it was kind of chilly.
chili.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's kind of chilly in the shade. Yeah.
Lord.
Yeah, it's a little chilly in the shade. So I went out to
We
the
don't have
garage.
that.
I went out to the shop and I found just a little chair out there and I brought it and set it in the yard and sat out in the yard for a few minutes and crocheted in the chair. And we got new chickens. And the new chickens were like around me, two of them anyhow. They're just like at my feet. And I'm like, I was a little nervous because I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know if they're going to peck my feet or what they're going to do. But yeah, they were
They
all.
probably just want to hang out with you. That's all they wanted. They just wanted to hang out.
Well,
Chill.
I still think they might have wanted to peck my feet, but.
Eh.
Oh, Marion, 8 more squares to go on
8 more squares.
on the lighthouse. So somewhere, where did I see it? Somewhere, somebody, some diamond painting company is doing the lighthouse again. Where was that though? I don't remember where I saw it, but it is the same lighthouse. I don't remember who has it though. I don't recall. Maybe it was in the Diamond Art Club. I don't know where I saw it. Anyhow. Hello, Joe. Joe's here now.
Hey, Joe. And Brenda and Barry and everybody.
Every time we get together after the first week of the book, I'm always like, there's not a ton to talk about in the first week because it's just getting going.
Just getting everything laid out.
Yes. However, I will say I was having to stay on my toes to keep track of who all the people are.
I know, like each chapter was a different person. I was like, wait. And now we got this person and then this person. I was like, oh, crap. Okay.
Rose talking, and there's Serafina, and there's was there somebody else?
Tay. Let's see. We got Tay, Serafina.
Yeah, but who's the other character that we're talking to as well? Somebody else. Is it one of the other sisters? I think it's one of the other sisters, maybe. Cat Cat. Who's Cat?
I don't remember, but I don't know if she started a chapter though. I mean,
no, she didn't. No, but there was a whole bunch of stuff about
William.
her.
Yeah, you had William because hello.
I know, right?
The whole mystery of the lovey letters with William, the train robber. Was it a train robber?
So
or bank robber?
Is that who Cat is? Is the real estate lady? Okay, that makes sense. But there's like so many people all of a sudden in these first few chapters, and so many different storylines coming in. So you got Rose. Rose owns the bookstore.
Yeah.
Luke's her grandson.
Who don't have any, don't want to pay attention to the young woman that had come in, which granted all she wanted was rich people. And so Grandma Rose is like, no, he's poor. He's poor and got to take care of kids.
Isn't that Cat? That's Cat.
That's Cat. Yeah, the I guess. But then Luke sees,
trying to scare her off, right?
But Luke sees Tay and is like, huh?
Right.
He's like, and Rose is like, no, what, no, get away from her. And Tay's like,
right,
got time for you.
I know. And then we've got, okay, so and then Luke's taking care of his niece because his sister, whatever she did, she's in
jail.
She's in prison for a while.
She's in the pokey.
Yeah, because she got crazy and stupid. So,
but do you find it interesting that Tay of the Doves, who is related to Seraphina of the Doves,
right?
And Seraphina had a thing for William and Luke is related to this William. Like, is it like history rewriting itself?
No idea. I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot going on though. There's a lot going on. And so Tay really came, she left her job. Okay, so she had a work relationship blow up thing. Whoops, no. Whoop.
Fell in love with her boss. Bad idea. Bad idea. Don't fall in love with your boss. No. You just, it's not going to end well.
No. So she's left her job for a while to come here because she wants to get her hands on the stuff in that box. In the box.
Yeah, but her sisters tried to blackmail her and be like, hold on. Knowing full well they want to know. They knew they wanted to find out, use her special gifts, but they still were like, no, if you want to see this, you have to promise to eat with us and blah, blah.
Yeah. 5 nights a week. You got to be here 5 nights a week. And she's like, 1. I can do 1.
And they're like, okay, 2.
Right. I know. So it's very interesting, her gift. Like she touches something and then she sees stuff. So like
she sees what they were doing, where they were at, and how they were feeling at that precise moment.
Yeah.
But once they stop writing and put the pen down, then it's gone. She's back to her regular self.
It's very interesting. Hello, Mary.
I was like, y'all more. Shut up.
Sorry. Look what just happened. I yawned and you yawned.
I know. It's contagious.
I know they are, right? Yeah, you don't even have to be like in person to catch it.
I'm telling you, I had a sonogram. When I had a sonogram with Chris yawned in utero, and we all yawned in the room.
Okay. Well, you know, a good yawn's good for you. It's good for you. A good yawn. Anyhow. Now, see, you're yawning again. Now, I'm going to try not to yawn this time.
That's why I covered my mouth.
I know. I'm not looking.
Mary Lou, I'm feeling a little bit better. It was not a fun night last night, so I went to sleep early.
Yeah.
Although I did try the ice on the head. I never really thought about that actually working because in the past, if I had a migraine, I had like this heating pad, but sometimes that would aggravate it. So the ice actually did seem to help a little bit.
Well,
but I just needed quiet and dark.
Ice tends to like, what does it do? Does it
retract
things? Does
It
it?
constricts. It
Yeah.
constricts.
So if you were having maybe blood rushing to your head or whatnot, it would be like, oh,
I don't know. If I could have taken my head off and traded it with somebody last night, I would have. Because it just felt like I literally felt like my brain was and seeping out.
yeah.
And I was just like, and I don't know if it's because I'm starting to get a little bit stuffy. And when I get stuffy, sometimes I have massive migraines. I mean, and it started from the back here
Okay,
and went all the way here.
so let's back up. You had your ear hurting, you had
Yeah.
your ear oozing, now you're stuffed up, and now you got a headache. So you're sick.
Sick and still going to work. That's just how that's at.
You're sick. Okay. Did you ever go in to try to go to Ready Care or anything?
No. It's had so much stuff to do. And
See, there you go. When the veins open up, the blood rushes more, and then you get the pain. Oh, the pain. So, yeah, when you put ice on it, it constricts things, and there you go. Yep. Contracts the blood vessels.
The only problem is here, like, I don't have blackout curtains yet. And here, like, even when it's dark outside, because it's an apartment, there's still outside lights. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's never truly
dark.
Right.
Yeah.
So I just kind of put my head up underneath the covers and
yeah,
made it dark.
There you go. Now, see, I can't do that. I can't sleep with my face covered up. I don't like that. Anyhow.
Well, I turned to the side, so it's not technically, my face was still like there wasn't anything touching the face.
Yes, ragweed. So much fun. I love it. One of those great things that I'm allergic to. Like, I'm not allergic to everything else that flowers and whatever, There you go. Get yourself get a mask.
I used to have one. I don't know where it went. And I just need to get it. I used to have actually a migraine mask. It was like, it had these little beads in it and you could put it in the freezer and it was constricting so that you could put it on here and you could have that cold or hot if you chose hot. Mm-hmm. And, but the doggies, found it and thought it was a toy.
Gotcha.
And I found that at Five Below, but I haven't seen it again.
I got a question. So Grandma Rose has said that Luke is like uninspired or whatnot. He has no ambitions. However, he had himself a really good job. He was making good money. He left the job
but he was having to move around a lot. He was moving around a lot, and that's why she thinks he didn't really have ambitions, because he was constantly moving around. That was for his job.
But he had a good job, and he was making money. He was, doing his thing until he decided he would take care of the niece. And now he says he's bored.
Now he's bored.
He is bored. He's bored just working part-time, just working at the bookstore. That's why he keeps meddling in her stuff, trying to, he's trying to find something to do to engage his brain to do things. So,
well, and he's trying to actually help her, but sometimes the older generations, computers are too newfangled and I'm used to my old way. I don't need this other. And he's like, she doesn't even know how bad off her shop is.
Right.
Because of the system that she's used. Like, she's just oblivious.
Right. I know. Yeah. And, she liked her paper and pencil, little papers and ledgers and receipts and slips. And you know what? I think I go back to my dad. So my dad, owning his store, right? He would let people get stuff on credit. His good customers he knew, he'd let them get stuff on credit. So he'd be like this. He'd go to the cash register. Whoop, he'd rip off a cash register tape. And he'd be like, they got this, they got that, they got that. This is your bill. It's $25 and whatever, And they said, I'll come in, I'll pay it on Friday. He put them underneath the drawer, the thing you can take out with the money in it,
Yep, the till.
And he'd hide it under there, and they'd come in and he'd pull out his little slip and he'd be like, yep, there it was. He did that for so many people. It was crazy. Now when I worked there, I wasn't allowed to let people get stuff on credit.
It had to be him because he knew his system.
I'd be like, nope, you got to talk to my dad about that. Nope, I can't do it. You got to talk to dad. But if they came in to pay the bill, now I could go under there and I could find the slip and take their money for it. But man, he liked to do stuff like that. He is. And so look, now tonight I'm red. Look, do you notice how I'm red? Like
You're not green this time.
No, I'm like red and pink, aren't I? Right? Like dark? I don't know. I'm burgundy tonight.
No, I think you look about normal to me.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I don't think you look red.
Joe says I'm red. Yeah, I'm red. Uh-huh.
Well, I mean, your neck, I just thought maybe warm or you scratched
See, look,
it.
Here's normal. Here's normal color. There we go. There's normal.
Okay.
It's because it goes dark and now it makes me look red. I got to figure this thing out. I got to figure this out. I don't know. Anyhow, well, that little bit of red right there is from being in the sun the other day pulling weeds. That's a little bit of sun right there. That's what that is.
Mandy got her some sun.
I looked kind of a different color. I don't know.
I just look washed out, so I look white.
Well, okay.
Super dark, and I even have on makeup, so well, sort of, kind of. I don't have on full makeup.
Wish there was something in here that would take care of it. Audio, virtual background recording, hotkeys, layout, camera resolution, touch up my appearance. What happens if I do that?
I don't know.
Let's try that. Let's touch up my appearance.
Oh, Lord. It looks
still getting darker, isn't it?
But not like it was. Not like it was.
Let's touch it up all the way. Let's go all the way up. Let's go strong. Here we go. Let's go strong. Let's be strong with the touch up. I don't know. Oh, so who do you think he's going to fall for? Is Luke going to fall for Tay?
I think he's already fell for Tay. He's like tripping over his own tongue just to get her to talk to him.
Is Tay going to fall for Luke? Is Tay going to
I don't know. Right now, he's a bother to her. Right now, to get her, she's still so hurt that looking at anybody right now, just she's not interested. Now, if he can do something to make her interested.
You know how quickly that changes in books, though.
Very true.
Mm-hmm.
Very true.
Yeah, that changes very quickly.
Well, it depends on how attentive, because she's got to keep coming in to see those archives,
right?
And he is secretly getting these archives on the computer. So I could see him being in there when she's looking at the archives and, finding a way to talk to her. And, and of course, since it is his family that she's looking into, because it's related to her family, the relationship. So I'm thinking he's going to try to, because Rose is not interested in talking about William at all. Like, she wants to forget he's even a branch in her tree.
Well, I don't know. It will be interesting. It will be interesting. And then what's going to happen with the whole Serafina thing? I mean, why is that such a big part of the whole story?
Well, my understanding, I think, like, wasn't she like the first one that had some sort of dove ability?
I don't know.
And it all stemmed from
Could be.
Seraphina, maybe. I mean, but Tay's not happy with her. She doesn't feel like her ability's cool.
Right. Right. Everybody else, interesting stuff happens. She's just like, so I can see what people were doing. I can see.
Like, I can see what they were doing. They were writing this particular thing. But Seraphina, the issue she's got with Seraphina is Seraphina, I guess, didn't like her handwriting or something. So she always typed everything. And so it's like few and far between that she got too much with her handwriting on it.
Yeah, these chapters just flip from person to person. It's like crazy. Tay, Seraphina, Rose, Luke.
I know, I guess.
Order. I wonder if they go in order of time. No, that goes back to Rose. Okay.
I mean, I think it's possible, Joe, that Seraphina and William are like parallel to Tay and Luke, except that with Seraphina and William, she's trying to make nice and talk to William, and he's like brushing her off.
Well, because
people are going to talk if they see you with
me.
me.
Because he's a bad guy. Because him's a bad boy. He doesn't want to get her messed up with a bad boy.
But she don't care. She's like, I don't care.
But, well, he's trying to,
He's trying to save her reputation. She don't give one rat's patootie about it.
Joe's like, I think I may have read more than I was supposed to.
Yeah, I like Seraphina wrote in code.
Yeah.
Yeah, do we really know if he's a bad guy? We know what they said. But we don't know for sure. Like, he's in jail in those letters. But that doesn't mean he actually did it. He was accused. He was tried.
He was more than accused if he's in jail.
I mean, he was tried and found guilty, but that doesn't always mean that he really was guilty. So it'd be interesting if there's stuff that she finds that somehow proves that he wasn't.
So then we got Rose and the bookstore, and she has all those archives. And so Tay wants to get into the archives and see what's in there. And Rose is like, I've been through those a million times. There's nothing there. But what she doesn't know is that if Tay touches things in the archives, she can learn other information by just
as long as it's the handwriting. It has to be handwriting.
That's what I'm saying. If she's touching those, then she might be able to learn other things just by
like Rose knows she has a gift, but because everybody knows about the Dove sister gifts. But I don't, I also don't think she really wants Tay poking around, because she really doesn't want the whole William thing brought up. And she's like, why don't you focus on, we have another person in our family that's a lot more interesting.
Well,
And Tay's like, well, that's not who's attached to Seraphina. So that's not who I'm looking into. I'm sorry. And she's like, well, you don't need to worry about him.
Well, okay, so I've mapped out the next reading, and we're going to go through chapter 10.
So read chapter 10, don't read chapter 11.
Yepper. You got it.
Yeah, the crow is a tattletale. Have to bribe the crow. Bribe the birds.
Who's the crow?
Okay, so one of her aunts or someone like that has the ability to talk to animals. And so the animals will, especially like the crow, will spy on her and then repeat back and report back to the aunt. So But so wait a
That's
second.
right.
So then Serafina can't have been the first with gifts because her aunts have the gifts. Because her aunt is the one who can speak to animals. Because when the crow caught her with William, she's bribing the crow to not go tattletale back
Right.
on her that she's with William.
I forgot about the crow. I forgot about that.
I think, see, that would be, to me, that ability would be really cool to be able to communicate with animals. That would be like, that would be like my favorite.
That would be
That's
fun.
that was an ability I would want.
That would be amazing. Yeah. Yeah. Although I'm not certain, I would want to be able to censor it a little bit. I wouldn't want to be able to talk to all animals or know what all animals have to say. Like, the cow who's getting ready to be slaughtered for beef. I don't want to know what that cow has to say or what that cow's feeling. I don't think that would be
Like
cool.
if you could turn it on or off, be like, oh, they're fixing to get slaughtered. Turn it off.
Yep, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to know.
I don't want to hear their thoughts or know their feelings at that moment because I want to still be able to eat my steak.
Or, I mean, you're getting ready to kill a mouse. I don't want to hear the mouse going, oh, no, don't go.
But here's the thing, though. With the mice, like say if the mice was in your house and if you could communicate with them,
you could
be like, listen, you don't need to be in here. Let me set you up in a much better place.
Maybe you could tell the mouse to get the hell out of your house and go and he'd stay. I don't know.
Exactly. Because you can communicate with them.
It's possible. I don't know. Yeah, there's a give and a take there, I guess, I don't know. Snake, you can live. You can live, just don't live in my grass.
That's right. Snake,
go over there.
You don't need to be here. Go walk, go slither over there.
Yeah, go to the neighbors and you're fine. I'll let you live over there.
Fox, stay away from my chickens.
That's right. Yeah, maybe that would be helpful. Maybe. Yeah. I don't know. Could be.
And your dog, you would know exactly what your dogs needed. So if they're whining or if they're sick, they didn't feel good, they could tell you. They could communicate with you. And they wouldn't have to whine.
I mean, I know most of the time what the dog wants anyhow. I mean, you can figure it out. Although lately, I will say, Ms. Toffee is getting a little hard to understand. She will carry on when you think all of her needs are met. She'll still be carrying on, and you're like, okay.
But no, I'm not done. I'm not finished.
I don't know what you want. Now I don't know. You've had water. You've been outside. You've had food. You've had a snack. You've gone to bed. What now? I don't know. What now? No idea. Lynn, we got 6 new chickens, and right now we have 5.
Are they baby chickens?
No.
Oh.
So one of the new 6 decided not to come home last night.
Oh, no.
Right? One of the new 6 did not.
The other chickens did not tell them you need to stay with the group.
I'm telling you, right? Yeah.
Got to stay with the group. Stay with us. Now it's probably off being eaten.
Kept them in for several days in the pen, so they knew where the pen is, And the first day they didn't go very far. The first day they were out, the very first day they were out, one didn't come back into the coop that night. But I woke up the next morning and that little chicken, she's standing outside the pen, like, everybody's in there. Everybody's in there. And I'm like, well,
I'm out here. They're all in there. What happened?
Dumbass, you were supposed to go in there with them. Why didn't you? So anyhow, yeah, last night, Dale's like, we only got 11 birds. And I'm counting and I'm like, yep, you're right. One of the new ones isn't here.
Either the new one's going to come back or it's been made chicken dinner for somebody.
Yeah, it didn't show up this morning. It wasn't outside the pen like the one the other night. And I don't know if it was the same one or a different one. I don't know. They all look the same. They're all the same breed and everything. So I couldn't have told you. Anyhow. So we're down 1. There went $6. $6, and it's weird. It's so weird. Like, that one didn't come back and I'm not truly affected by it. I'm like, well, you didn't come back. Now, if it's one of my other birds that I've had for a long time, then that's a whole
Because you've got a bond with them. Once you get to really know them and you get a bond with them. If they go missing, then it's like,
that is different.
took
This
my
is not
baby.
like some random bird that, I don't know.
You don't have a bond with these birds yet.
No, not at all. Although the two that kept trying to come and peck at my toes today, I might be bonding with them. I don't know.
They might be bonding with you.
Yeah, there's something.
They're
All
waiting
right.
for you to name them.
Well, none of them have names except for Sally. Sally is the only chicken that has a name. And as far as the ducks go, we only have Dale calls the one older male Donald. So he's Donald. And then we have Roxanne, the one with the messed up foot, Roxanne. And then we have Peep and Repeep. Those are the only ducks that have names.
Well, you need a Daisy. If you got a Donald, you need a Daisy.
I don't know which one would be Daisy. I don't know. I mean, you can't really pick which one would be his girlfriend because they're all his girlfriend. So you can't go with that. Yeah. Donald got in trouble last night and got his girls in trouble last night. Because Dale was putting them all in. And Donald took his girls in to get some food. And by the time Dale was walking up to the pen to close up the pen, Donald was like, no, come on, girls, let's go. And took off. Came out and took off. So Dale was like, fine, you want to be that way? Boom. Closes the pen door, leaves everybody else out in the pen so they can all eat and have whatever, And he comes in, he goes, nope, they're not all in. Donald took off. He took his women and he took off. So I said, fine, stay out then, be that way. And you know me, I'm like, I left it for about, I don't know, 20 minutes, maybe a half an hour. And I said, I'm going to go open the pen now. Okay. And he goes, you do whatever you want to do.
He was just going to let him stay out.
I go out there. And when you go out to the pen, of course, you got to put everybody in the coops now. Everybody go in the coop, get them in the coop, close them in the coop so I can open up the pen, walked up to the shop and stood there in the dark for about, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes. I stood there. And then I can see him come out of the woods. Do, 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 do. And I'm like, yeah. But Donald will do that. Like, I don't know, 75% of the time he'll do that. He'll take off and he'll take his girls with him. And it's like, okay. All right.
I guess he's trying to show I'll go in when I'm dadgum good ready and I'll take them with me.
Exactly. Except, that means
you don't run this show. I do, dude.
That means that everybody else has to be cooped up, and they can't come out and eat because they've been fed, and they can't come out to the food because we're all waiting on Donald to decide when him and his girls can come in. Crazy. Anyhow. All right. Well, that's it for now. Happy reading, folks. I'm certain we'll learn more by next time. And let's be thinking about what we're going to read next. I mean, those weeks go by so fast. And before you know it, we're finishing up. See, look, now I'm red. Do you notice how red I am now?
I just don't really see it that much, but I mean,
goodness.
Maybe it's just because maybe you look different to me than you look to yourself or to others. I don't know.
Anybody else see me as red now? Red, like real tan looking.
Tan and red are not the same thing, chicken.
Well, that's what I mean. I don't know. It's very tannish, reddish color. My arms are not this color. They're not. Like, okay, see, now look. Now I took all the red away by doing that. Now look.
It's just giving you light flush. You enhanced your look to give you light flushed.
Okay. All right. Sherry says Nicholas Sparks. He does have a new book. Nicholas Sparks book, 2024. It is called Counting Miracles. Oh, it comes out September 24th. September 24th.
Y'all know me. I'm pretty much here. I'll read just about
An
just.
emotional, powerful novel about wondering if we can change or even make our peace with the path that we've taken. Tanner was raised by his grandparents, following his grandfather's military footsteps to become an Army Ranger. His whole life has been spent abroad, and he is the proverbial rolling stone, happiest when he's off on his next adventure, zero desire to settle down. But when his grandmother passes away, her last words to him are, "Find where you belong." She also drops a bombshell telling him the name of the father he never knew and where to find him. Tanner is due at his next posting soon, but his curiosity is piqued and he sets out for Asheboro, North Carolina to ask around. He's been in town less than 24 hours when he meets Caitlin Cooper, a doctor and a single mom. They both feel an immediate connection. Tanner knows Caitlin has a story to tell and he wants to hear it. To Caitlin, Tanner is mysterious, exciting, and possibly leaving in just a few weeks. Yeah, perfect person to hook up with. He's not going to be around long. We can just do a little ta-ta-da and yeah. Meanwhile, nearby, 83-year-old Jasper lives alone in a cabin bordering the national forest with only his old dog Arlo for company. He lives quietly, haunted by a tragic accident that took place decades before. When he hears rumors that a white deer has been spotted in the forest, a creature of legend that inspired his father and grandfather, he becomes obsessed with protecting the deer from poachers. As these characters' fates orbit closer together, none of them is expecting a miracle, but that may be exactly what is about to alter the futures forever. Huh. Well.
Okay.
Interesting. Somebody once said they don't like to read Nicholas Sparks because there's never a happy ending, and I would disagree with that. I would disagree. There are several Nicholas Sparks books that have happy endings. Several that have happy endings. Now, not all of them do. There are a lot that don't, but, you know, a lot of them do.
Yeah. I'm still going to keep my eye open. I'm determined. I'm going to try to find a mystery that's a cozy hometown mystery that has nothing to do with death. I'm determined.
Mm-hmm.
I'm determined. Because I've actually read a few, but, you know, I'm trying to find one that's not part of like a series. You know what I'm saying? It's like an independent.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I said, I found some, but they're all part of
a whole series.
Because like there's this one that is about this vet, and she lives in this little hometown, and you know she has a bond with animals, like as far as like it's not magical or anything, but she has a way with animals, which is why she's a vet. And anytime there's little and there are mysteries in their town, none of them are deaths, but there are things like someone's family heirloom necklace went missing. But each of these people that have things that are taken from them, or have someone ruin the festival, by spray painting bad whatever, and it made people lose their home or different things. There's always an animal that's involved, and so this vet, for whatever reason, gets her little nose in, like she's her own, like she's a sleuth, and she's not one of the sleuths. And the police get agitated, and she ends up falling for the deputy of the town, who keeps telling her, "Would you stop sticking your nose? You are not a police officer. You are a veterinarian." But then eventually, throughout the series, he eventually starts like running, because she thinks so well. So he's like starts running things by her that he's not supposed to be running by her.
Goodbye, Mary Lou.
Bye. I don't know what Brenda said. KK, CC. What?
I don't know. Brenda's fingers are going on the keyboard.
Lynn, it really was. I mean, I've only read a couple of them, but like I can't. But I didn't keep them in my library. You know how like you have to get rid of to get more.
And
So I don't remember what they were now. It was a cute. Now the one I just read does have murder in it. So, and now it's going to make me pay for the next book, so I'm not getting the next.
Uh-oh.
You know how like sometimes they give you like these specials where, like all of a sudden there was a cozy mystery spectacular where you could get all these on this cozy mystery for free. Like they were having a special, and you could get them for free. But the problem is that almost all of them were from a series, and so they were like book one, and so you finish reading book one, but book two you have to pay for, and all the rest of them. So they get you, they hook you. Yeah. Okay, we get you book one. Now you got to pay for the other books,
or they get you that first one for like 99 cents. I've gotten a lot of first books in the series 99 centers. Yep, I already picked my first reads for September.
Me too. I almost picked the middle school one about the little ghost school. But then I saw that the thriller one was #1 in serial killers. So I kind of decided to choose that one, even though I know there's a book 2. And I know that I'm going to have to get book 2 to probably finish the story.
Well, of course, I got the romance one.
Yeah, I had no doubt that that's what. I figured you were either going to choose that one or you were going to choose the women's lit.
No, I got the romance one. Yeah.
I got the thriller. I kind of had to. I was like, you know what? I've had so many cozy mysteries and ghost and paranormal. Now I want one, and especially if it's got serial killer. You know, it looks like it's going to be.
Oh boy, we're off to serial kill people. Kill them with cereal.
Well, here's the weird thing, though. None of the book description mentions anything about a serial killer. But when you know how you look at it, tells you it's #1 in this or da 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 da, and it said #1 in serial killer. So I'm thinking that must be the secret that they discover. Is that the person taking the children? Because there's something about taking children. Person taking the children must be a serial killer.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Mindy's like, not in my
wheelhouse. Not in your wildest dreams would I be interested in any of that. No.
And see, you wouldn't like the stuff I watch either. Like I'm binge watching Dexter right now, and
I don't even know what Dexter's about, but I know a little bit, but that's all I need to know.
He's a blood spatter analyst who is also a serial killer, but he only kills killers.
Great. So that makes him okay. He's a serial killer that kills killers, so he's okay.
Yes, he gets the killers off their street.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. No, thank you. All right. Well, keep looking for books to read next time. I mean, I've got hundreds here, but you know,
Mindy has like a whole wall, I swear, of books.
I have all of those bookshelves over there, and I got all of this pile over here. Yeah.
Question: how many boxes of books do you have that are not even on your bookshelves or next to you?
Oh, 5 totes, 5 Rubbermaid totes. Those I've read though. Those are books I've read.
No, I was talking about the books you had not read.
No, all my books I haven't read are in here.
Oh, okay.
My books that I have read go downstairs into the Rubbermaid totes when I'm done. But my Rubbermaid totes are full, all 5 of them. I got to get a new one.
Or just sell off all those books or give away all those books.
Sell them, I know. Sell them who, to how, when, you know. I don't know.
People at the yard sale, they'll buy them for $1.
Yeah, that seems like a bad idea, doesn't it? Doesn't that seem like a bad idea?
Why?
To sell my books for $1?
Why? At least you'd get some money off of them. Right now, they're not making you no money.
How much did I pay for them? I paid more than $1 for them.
Okay, we'll take them to one of the used bookstores, where you can trade in for credit.
Well, I can do that at my favorite bookstore at Schuler's, but I can only take in 25 at a time.
So take in 25 and take in 25 more and then take in 25 more.
I've done it a couple times. I was trying to get rid of stuff that I didn't really want. Get rid of stuff that I didn't care for. So, Joe, no, I'm a one time around kind of girl with everything. I don't want to do anything twice. No. Well,
now, I'll watch a movie more than once, but I will not read them. Well,
no, I don't even really do that.
I was going to say, I didn't read the Harry Potters more than once. I didn't read the Percy Jackson. So even though I love those books, I never read them more than once.
No. Well, I'm keeping them because I'm trying to figure out the best way to get rid of them. So there's some websites and stuff that you can sell books on. A lot of the booktubers do it because they get so many books and they buy so many books. It's kind of like us diamond painters that get all the diamond paintings and we have to destash them. So it's like a way to destash some of your books, but they get some decent prices out of some of the books. It depends on what they are and how old they are and stuff like that.
And what condition they're in.
Right. Well, all of mine are in, pretty much almost new condition, except you can tell they've been read because, the spine may be wrinkled or whatever. But I can't remember what the name of that is, but a lot of people will sell their books on there. Yeah. So I've been thinking about doing something like that. Can't remember what it is, though. It's not that one. Book selling app. Pengo. It's Pengo Books. So you can set up your whole thing there, and sell your books on Pengo. And it's something to do in the future. That's what it is, Joe. It's something to do in the future, right?
Yeah, I get mine all on my Kindle, so I don't have to just.
You don't have physical books. I know. But you're still paying for them.
Yeah, and they're still in my library, but they don't take up any space in my house.
I know. Yep. And you can't sell those back to anybody.
No.
You can't sell those back to anybody. So, anyhow.
No, but I did buy a cookbook on Kindle last night. Didn't know that you could buy a cookbook on Kindle.
You can buy pretty much anything on Kindle. I bought a pattern book on Kindle once.
And I can just keep looking back and forth. Like I can just go to the top and it has like little links where I'm like, I want beef recipes. And I can hit beef and it'll go right there to it.
I know somewhere in my Kindle list of books, I have a pattern book somewhere. Crochet pattern book. Yeah. All right. Well, we're just BSing now. So I suppose
we're just around.
Yeah, we are. It's just like you and I are just having a conversation on the phone at this point.
Everybody's just listening.
Except there's 10 people sitting here listening to us talk about what we would normally talk about.
What is that?
Oh, that's funny. Okay, we'll let you go now. We can carry on our conversation without you, unless you want to stay and listen. We're not getting into the good juicy stuff, so. All right. Keep your eyes open for a good book to read next. That's all I got. All right. See you next time. Happy reading. And
bye.
hasta